Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you, and let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. Cybl. I've never covered Cybl before, which is Cybr. We're going to take a look at that, and I have had so many people ask me to cover this stock, and I never have because I've had so many other stocks on my mind and that I was working on, but I've decided to go ahead and do this one. It's just the pressure got too much for me.
I triple dog dare you.
Yep, the triple dog dare. I just couldn't take it anymore. They skipped the triple dare and went straight for the throat. So what can you do? But what I'm going to do here, and I've never done this before, but I've had this request a lot as well, is to show how to do due diligence and kind of how I do it, etc. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to get you the freshest due diligence that I can of how I begin.
Yes, but no more 1966. Let's splurge. Bring us some fresh wine, the freshest you've got. This year's, no more of this old stuff.
That's right, super fresh due diligence. So let's get into how we do this. All right, obviously, if you're going to invest in a new stock, and like I said, I'm considering that. I have not invested in a Cybl yet, Cybr, but I am considering it. But I've got a lot of due diligence to do. I've done a little bit. I kind of know a little something about the company, but like I say, I'm not anywhere close to having enough information to invest yet, especially in this environment, because the OTC is brutal right now and has been for the last year. And if you own a bunch of penny stocks, you're feeling like this.
Down, stay down.
Follow that. Cut it, miss.
Don't want to do it.
Cut.
Yeah, it's been that rough. It's been brutal. But like I said, I'm going to go over that today. So let's say you're getting ready to invest in a new company. Like I said, what I'm doing right now, I'm considering Cybl. So the obvious place to go right from the get-go is to go to the website and start looking at the company, get into what products they have. And the website's pretty good to get started with because it's going to give you a lot of information right off the bat. And then I want to go to OTC markets and I'm going to take a look at the share structure. I want to take a look at any disclosures, what's going on with it. I want to look at its market cap. I want to take a look at its earnings. I want to see if it's making money, losing money, things like that, obviously, the financials. Then I want to go to social media. I want to see what's going on with that. I want to see the company's Twitter account, see what they've been telling folks. I want to look in the news, see what kind of news is out there on it. And with Cybl, we know they've got a share buyback of about $19.5 million worth. I want to see if they've got the money to do that. Obviously, they must, or they wouldn't be announcing that. But I want to take a look at what their balance sheet looks like and see if that money's available. And then also, I want to see the negative on it. So I'm going to go to StockTwits. If you want to see anything negative on a company, that's the place to go. That's where all the bears live. And they just literally sit there and churn out hate 24/7. So StockTwits is where you go for the bad stuff. And like I said, I'm interested in the bad stuff because I want to know the good and the bad. And then once you get to the point that you look like you're willing to invest or whatever, if they have a Discord, you want to look at their Discord as well and go into that and see what's going on there. They can help you with, if you have any questions or you don't understand something, there's somebody in there that's been in there for months or years even that can explain things that maybe you don't understand. So that's kind of how I do this as far as investing, especially in a penny stock. Understand, if you're investing in Facebook, that's super freaking easy. What you're looking for there is a PE ratio, and you already know 1.9 billion people use Facebook. You may use it yourself. You probably do. Half the world does, just about. And once that PE ratio gets down there pretty low, like it is right now, it becomes a pretty good investment, especially a high growth stock. But, that's Facebook, or if you're looking at something super easy to invest in, or an ETF or something like that. But understand, penny stocks are tough, and you really need to do the due diligence. If you're just going to go by like the news today, for example, the buyback of 19.5 million, that's fine to trade that, but that's a day trade or a real short swing trade because that's not going to necessarily mean that the company is rock solid or anything like that. It's a good sign. If they're willing to buy back their stock, they think it's undervalued, that makes sense. But again, that's more of a day or a swing trade if you're only going to go with that. If you want to actually invest in a company, you need to do the work. So like I said, let's start with that. And I'm going to do an overview of it. I'm not going to get into the meat and potatoes of it because that takes several hours to do, and I'm not going to bore you with that. And I know you wouldn't watch it anyway. but I am going to just do a brief overview of how to do this. All right, so real simple. We went to the Cybl website, its home page. Take a look, see here. And it looks like what they've got digital platform solutions. I'm assuming that's software as a service, unmanned aircraft solutions, infrastructure technology solutions. That might be software as a service too. Advanced lighting solutions. That's what I knew about Cybl, that they've got a lot of LED lighting solutions that they've given to the military, I think is my understanding on that. So that's kind of how they made their name. So then get into your About Us, go into the company overview, and sometimes they'll have a video that kind of goes through it. I don't think this one does. I hadn't seen it yet. And it'll tell you all about, founded back in 2000, a supplier to the Department of Defense for, there you go, Cybl LED lighting. So I think that's how they got started. And then you may want to go into investor information room. And from here, you can go to see all our SEC and OTC filings, which that's probably going to take you right to OTC markets. Here's see our current investor relations deck. Let's see what that is. Okay, here's our customer base, and you can see National Guard, Army, Air Force. They're heavily into the military, so that's, that lets you know that they're going to have a good steady business, because once they sign up with you, a lot of times they stay in there for a very, very long time. And then you can go through their strategy and take a look at all that. Here's their organization. Let me pull that up. And you want to take a look at the CEO and president, and his name's Mark D. Schmidt. And you want to get some information on him, try to see if you can find any news articles about him, and try to get an understanding of him. Because the CEO is very important of a small company. They're as important as anything. They're as important as the product. So I'm not sure about this person, so I'll have to dig up information on him, get comfortable there. Then you've got a director, Aaron Goodman. You'll want to take a look, see at him, see what his role is. They're both directors, but he's over here on the side. I'm wondering exactly what his role is. And it looks like they've been doing a lot of acquisitions in their 2021, so they're probably increasing their revenue. So we'll take a look at that as well. And like I said, I'm not going to go all the way down through this, but this is where you need to be if you're looking at the business. And since this automatically links to the OTC, I'm just going to use this. All right, now I'm on the OTC, and okay, now I'm seeing something here. Pink limited information. I'm seeing yield. And what that's going to tell you is that they are pink, but companies that have limited disclosure of financial information publicly available but meet a minimum requirement for public quoting. So that's, that's a bit of a red flag right there for me. I'm going to have to find out a lot more about this and see why they're not pink current. What is the reason? And let's look down through here. Okay, now we're seeing attorney letter with respect to current information. So they've got an attorney involved. He, on May 16th, has filed something with OTC. Let's take a look at this. It says, I've acted as counsel for Cybl on specific securities and corporate issues, been retained for person reviewing current information. So they're clearly trying to get pink current. That's obvious. So they've hired an attorney to do that, and they have reported to the OTC. So that's a good sign. That was May 16th. It takes several weeks sometimes to get back current if you're not. So that's worth reading through and looking at. So look down through here, and you can see a couple of other things. They've had a lot of attorney letters here. I can see here's your annual report, and I want to see their quarterly report. Let's see what's going on there. All right, and there's a lot to read through there. I'm not going to read through that with you, obviously, but I will take a look, see at that. Cash and cash equivalents as of March 31st, 2022, they had 1.7 million. Let me make sure those aren't, obviously those aren't thousands. Okay, current assets of 7.4 million, total assets of 9.5, current liabilities of 4.7. So their accounts payables are 2 million, and they've got how much on cash? 1.7. But let's see what their earnings are, because that's important. So, their balance sheet's okay. It's not great. All right, here we go. Here's our earnings. Okay, revenue of 6.2 million, cost of goods sold 2.3, a gross profit of 3.9 million. That's a nice gross margin there. Let's see, general administrative cost, income from, okay. All right, look here, it's profitable, 1.5 million. Okay, I like that. Net income before income taxes, there we go. Income tax, okay, all right. So they made money. Okay, I like that, that's positive. You don't see that normally, especially Pink Limited like that. That's a little surprising. They've had accumulated losses, probably going back for quite a while. Okay, so you've got some interesting things going on here. It appears to be profitable. They don't have, where are they going to come up with the $19.5 million? I don't see that in their balance sheet. Have they raised some money? Have they done an offering? I don't see that here. They've raised some money somehow, some way. I've got to look into that and figure that out. But this, I need to see what's going on there. And I may have to go to either, if they have a Discord, I'll check that out here in a minute, or maybe to Twitter. I'll look through some Twitters. I'll look through some tweets on that. And actually, if you folks, you know what? If you folks know, y'all can help me with this. If you know why this is Pink Limited, and obviously they're trying to get current, tell me what's going on there, because that really bothers the crap out of me. And, you know, you've got a profitable company that's doing a share buyback, but they're freaking Pink Limited. I don't get that. That's surprising. Okay, now I want to look at their share structure. That's very important. We know, okay, they got a market cap of $86 million. They've got outstanding shares of 5.163 billion shares. Let's see here, the flow to 3.7. They must have some restricted. Yeah, they got some restricted there, unrestricted. They're wanting to buy this back. Share price must be quite low, or they think it's too low, or they wouldn't be doing a share buyback. That wouldn't make sense. So let's take a look at that. All right, looks like the typical OTC penny stock ran way up back here, back in, let's see when that was. That was back in September of 2021, October, then when they reached their peak. They hit a high of 6 cents, and it's now pulled back just like every other OTC stock. The lowest it's been has been a penny. All right, let me put in some structure in this. Okay, let's see. That's obviously some major support for this stock. Okay, it almost hit it again when everything was dipping, and now we've had a big run up. Let's take a look at that over a month. Okay, this is the run up probably from the announcement or news about the stock buyback, and this thing has bumped up big time. Let's see, let's look at a 5-day. Oh yeah, look at this. This thing's up quite a bit from 1.2 cent up to hit almost 2 cents, so almost doubled. Then it's pulled back. So pretty interesting. Market cap. Okay, obviously the correct market cap is right here, 86 million. If you take your outstanding shares of 5.1 billion times the price of 0.00165, that's going to get you right at $86 million. So that market cap's correct. And this one down here is not even close. And that's why I don't always trust a trading view on market cap. I usually look at OTC markets or another site for that. And then I like to go to Twitter and see what's going on there. Here's the share repurchase plan announcement. Cybl board has approved share repurchase program today, 19.5 million in value. So that's going to be a lot. I mean, that's going to be like, 25% of the market cap. They're going to buy, that's got to be over 1 billion shares, doesn't it? Because you got, 5 billion? That'd be over 1 billion shares. Says they're going to do it when conditions are right, etc. Where are they getting that money? And let's see who's talking about it. There's Moon Market, and I'm not surprised he's there. He's definitely going to keep up with that. Everybody's talking about it. Okay. Then go to Stock Twits. You'll see a little bit of positive information, but usually it's hate. Yeah, here's somebody saying something about the CEO ripping him. Imagine that. There's some bullish. There's a little bit of bullish. You'll see some bullish. Okay, you got a lot of bullish today because it's running up. But normally, like I said, you'll find a lot of hate on the Stock Twits. So that's a good place to go for most of your negative stuff. But you'll get some positive stuff too that's helpful. And then let's check out Discord. I don't have that on my computer, but I have it on my phone. Let's see if they have a Discord. I don't know. Okay, I don't see it on here. They might, that's another thing y'all could help me with in the comment section. Let me know if there is a Discord for Cybl, and that would be helpful to me as well. But that's basically how I get started to do due diligence. I really want to cover all those bases, and you need to spend a lot of time on the website. And then now I've got questions. The questions are obvious. Number one, where'd they get the money, the 19.5 million? Why is a profitable company Pink Limited? I've seen the attorney's letter. I need to read through that. And if you know why they're Pink Limited and what their time frame to get Pink current is, put in the comment section, let me know about that as well. Y'all can help me with this sort of stuff. But this is the type of information you need, okay? Unless you're going to day trade, then you can, if you're a day trader, you can just take that news, 19.5 million, man, and you can probably make some good money. Like I'm sure several day traders did really well on that and made a nice chunk, but typically, and it runs up and the day traders, and then they short it and push it back down some. So like I said, I need those answers before I can, it's probably going to take me at least a week to get to where I can consider buying. But, this is how I get started on my due diligence. If that's helpful to you, great. Some of y'all, this might be boring to you. I don't know. But that's basically my process. And I do want to remind you that I practice the 10% rule. I don't like to get over my skis with OTC stocks because they are so dangerous. I usually put about 10% of my portfolio in this type of investment, OTC, and then I put another 10% into crypto or crypto related. I like to do that. I know it's super risky, but if you only put 10% in those two sectors, you're not going to get hurt too bad if it goes down. If it goes up, you can make some good money. But that's my process of due diligence and what I do with OTC stocks. But remember, OTC stocks it's the wild, wild west, okay? You can get attacked. There's all kinds of things that can happen with it, and it's very dangerous. I'm going to bring in my assistant right now to remind you of that.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's right. Danger, Will Robinson. And just insert your name where Will Robinson is. All right. All right, folks, and that's Cybl today. Like I said, I've given in and decided to start covering Cybl, and I may very well buy this stock. I don't know yet. Like I said, I've got a lot of questions, and I'll be trying to get those answers over the next week or so, and I'm sure I'll cover it again. If you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Cybl, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it, and I hope you did like the content, and we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.